A pleasant day to everyone. This is Shrija from Salim Ali Center for Ornithology and Natural History. And today I'll be presenting a study on assessing the major mudflats of Andhra Pradesh to sustain the waders population and the utilization of the mudflats. Now, mudflats are the intertidal regions which has influx of both freshwater and saline water, and they're generally formed in areas having low wave energy. Because of this, there is deposition of silt and clay, making them very rich in organic matter. So this in turn sustains a lot of invertebrates, which attracts the waders and other long distance migrants. Therefore, the mudflats are commonly used wintering grounds. Now, my study area is mainly focused to the Kakinada coast, which is situated in Andhra Pradesh. The Kumbhabhishekam and Ektimogha are the two major mudflats that has been chosen for the study, and both of them fall outside the protected area, therefore are exposed to numerous number of anthropogenic pressures. Now, the three main objectives of the study. First is to create a baseline data on species diversity. Second is to look at how the mudflat habitat structure has changed over the time. And the third is to identify and prioritize the threats which are present to these mudflats. Now, the focal group of the study is mainly the suborder Charadri and Scoliopacea of the order Charadri forms. And the study was conducted during December 2022 to March 2023. And the sampling time is considered 60 minutes before the lowest tide of the day. Now, looking at the species diversity data collection, we have used the total count methods to count the birds and the double observer to reduce the error. The environmental data such as the tidal height, tidal swell, the wind speed were collected in order to understand the effect on shorebird abundance. And the disturbances to habitat were also noted during the field study. Now, to understand the change in the habitat structure, I have used Google Earth Pro. And to identify and prioritize the potential threats, I have considered the semi-structured interviews to the local fishermen of Yetimoga village. In order to increase the conservation effort, I've also conducted some awareness programs such as teacher training to the government teachers and also training to the school kids of the local fishermen. And talking about the results of the shorebird species diversity, I have seen that in Kumbhabhisheka mudflat, 19 species of waders were recorded, whereas in Yetimoga, only 17 species of waders were recorded. And during the boat service, we have seen the highest flock size of the great knots was recorded 150 individuals, whereas 82 individuals of whimbrels and 28 individuals of long distance migrants such as bar-tailed godwits were also recorded. However, these counts are very much less compared to the earlier counts that can be seen in eBird and other sources. Now, in order to, when tapping the local knowledge about these shorebirds, we have seen that 62.5% respondents or respondents of the interviews have believed that these waders are present throughout the year. 25% believe that they are present seasonally, and 12.5% people believe that they vary based on species, some of them staying annually and some of them staying seasonally. And when talking about the wetland bird population trend, 75% people believed that there is a decline in the population, whereas 12.5% believe that there is not any significant change, and 12.5% believe that there is increase in the wetland bird population. And the term wetland bird is used because sometimes these fishermen often confuse the wetland birds with with waders with other wetland birds. Then when interviewed about some of the threats, all the fishermen have agreed that there is all 0% conflict, or there's no conflict of these waders with the fishermen, as they have an understanding that these waders mainly feed on the invertebrates such as mollusks and not the fish. And 12.5% of respondents believe that there is still bird killing in the mudflat that happens today. And 87.5% people believe that invertebrate collection is done in the mudflats for the fish and prawn farming. 62.5% believe that there is a decrease in the mudflat extent, and all the fishermen have responded saying that there is a change in the mudflat composition. There are also other threats in the mudflats such as plastic pollution, and in the particular figure D, you can see that there's human fecal matter, and the common sandpiper is using the same habitat. Then looking at the loss of the habitat in the figure A and B, you can see in the Kumbhabhishekam mudflat from 2011 to 2023, 148 acres of the mudflat habitat has been lost due to the construction of a sandbar and expansion of port. Whereas in Etimoga, we see that from 2011 to 2021, there is an increase in the mangrove cover. Because of which the mudflat extent is lost. And most of the respondents said that this increase in mangrove cover is mainly due to the increased cyclones that are occurring. In a nutshell, I would like to say it is very important to conserve these mudflat habitats because of they are exposed to both natural as well as anthropogenic pressures. Thank you, Oriental Bird Club, for giving me an opportunity to conduct this study, and thank you for listening.